All right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, who rule well and who taught me this truth. And shalom to you, sincere Akim, out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, Adawan Ratazah, this will be edifying. As usual, I'm going to go in the Rakah Kwadash. And I really want to play this video here. I forget the brother's name. I think it's I forget. Mayaka Allah. I think it's the brother's name, Salakia. I could be mistaken, but he's out of the GMS camp out there in LA, I believe. Out there in Cali. I know he's in Cali for sure. This brother always does fire lessons, man. Especially exhorting lessons. You know, hence the name of his channel. That was the spirit on him. GMS, Inspiration of the Almighty. Okay? And we know nothing can be done without, first and foremost, the blessing of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and the spirit, the Rakah Kwadash. You know? And that kind of goes into this this lesson, and you know, the lesson that he did. It might be a little bit all over the place. I don't want Ratazah. It'll come together and make sense. Like I said, I really want to play this brother's video, but I foresee that this might be a kind of a long lesson. I don't want it to be too long, OD long. So, as you can see, I showed you his channel, and he did a lesson entitled been feeling drained too much on my mind, haven't been feeling the spirit on my videos, and you know, this is something like the brother said that we all go through. You know, the hopeful. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect, because none of us are saved yet. You know, we're not in the kingdom. And something that I always like to say is, which of course comes from the scriptures. I believe Paul said it. You know, fight the good fight of faith. This thing is a fight, man. This thing is a fight. This not an easy thing. I mean, it's an easy thing. It's a light thing in the grand scheme of things. Like Yahushua said, my yoke is light, but it's really not, man. You know, especially for the men of the Lord, man. You know, this you in a fight for your life. You know, which I got a couple scriptures on deck. Not nothing super deep, basic milk scriptures that we all know, but milk does a body good, man. You know, you can't stray away from them precepts. I mean, the milk precepts. Yeah, it's good to get deep, you know, and you know, get into the meat, but sometimes the milk is what you need, man. Them foundational scriptures. That's why they call foundational scriptures. You know, they keep you rooted, you know, in this thing of ours. And yeah, this thing is a fight, man. And the greatest fight is in your mind. As the scriptures say, which I'm going to bring out, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. You know, you're going to get tested and tried beyond your wildest imagination. And the greatest test and trial is going to come in the mind. Okay? Satan is going to work on your mind. You're going to be overcame with doubt demons. You know? You're going to be overthrown by evil suspicions. You know? And you might feel that you're not you're inferior, you know. These are all demons attacking your mind. And how do you combat that? First and foremost, through prayer in the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you know, putting up supplications, you know, in sincerity and truth. The precepts, reflecting back on the precepts, you know, going through the comforter, these scriptures, you know, and plus your works, you know, that's how you combat them demons, man. You don't just tap out and give out and, you know, give over to them, you know. Even Yahushua HaMashiach, our big brother, was tempted and you know, he had to fight. He had to, you know, battle Satan. at his weakest moment when he was fasting for them 40 days and 40 nights. And how did Yahushua combat Satan? With the precepts. The same thing we got to do. But the good news is that, which I'm paraphrasing some of these scriptures, but I'm gonna bring them out. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is not unrighteous to forget our labor of love. Okay? And Yahushua HaMashiach already has gotten the victory. He's gotten the victory over death. He's gotten the victory over Satan. And as it is written in Luke, it's his good pleasure to give us the kingdom. That's why, like I said, in the grand scheme of things, this thing is easy. It's light. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, they're doing the heavy lifting. They're guiding our steps. They're working on our minds, as it is written. When deep sleep falleth upon man, he sealeth the instructions. Man's goings is of the Lord. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is the one that's, working on our spirit, working on our minds, telling us what to say, helping us navigate these snares and traps and pitfalls along the straight gate to the kingdom. But in the heat of the moment, it don't seem like do it. It don't seem easy do it. But hindsight, when you look back and reflect, you realize how easy it was, especially once we get in the kingdom. So, Salakia, a little bit of a rant, Salakia. I don't, I try not to rant too much, try to get straight to the point, but this is a heavy lesson, man, a heavy lesson that needs to be done, just like his lesson was right on time. We exhort, we rebuke, we admonish, we prophesy, we wear many hats in this truth, the men of the Lord, and this is a video of admonishment to you sluggards, you slothful napkin niggards, and exhortation to you ones that are laboring and fighting and pushing in this truth. More on the exhortation side, a little bit of an admonishment for you napkin niggards, the ones you that are playing games, straddling the fence, lukewarm. Hey, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua gonna spew your ass out, man. But anyway, Salakia. Again, I'm not gonna play the video. I didn't even get all the way through it. I'm maybe a little less than halfway through the video, and I had to do a lesson, because everybody, like the brother said, we all go through it. The men of the Lord. If the Lord is dealing with you, you gonna fight, man. It ain't this. We ain't, like the brother said. We don't. When the camera gets cut off, when we leave camp, when we in our day-to-day lives, we don't just disappear and go in a chariot and sit down in a lotus position. No, we catching hells just like everybody else. We in the flesh just like you. Okay? We battling, we fighting, battling, just like you. We got to pay bills. We got to work. We got children. We have lives just like you. But like I said before, this thing is a fight. We at war, man. And it's really spiritual warfare. That's the real battlefield in your mind. Okay? But as the scriptures say, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life. The difference is that we put all our worries, all our cares on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We to the best of our ability, we keep our eyes single and focus on the kingdom, focus on the task at hand. We're soldiers, and we've got our orders. What's our chief order? To endure to the end. And warn the people. Feed Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's sheep. Okay? Bid them to the marriage. That's our number one duty. Okay? Everything else gonna fall in line. But hey, it's a fight, man. It's a fight. You in a hell of a fight. The fight of your life, man. And as I brought out the other day, I brought out that scripture. You have not resisted yet unto blood. Our greatest trial, our greatest test hasn't even arisen yet. Okay? But yeah, we all go through it, man. That's the condition of the battle. These ups and downs in the truth, the highs and the lows. Sometimes you on a really high, a euphoric high in this truth. You do an edifying lesson or, whatever. We have our moments, but then sometimes you get low. Why? Because you're in this flesh still. Okay? And that's what we're doing. We're waiting all the day long for our change, man. We're patiently waiting, enduring, suffering, and it's going to pay off in the long run. So anyway, again, watch the brother's video. I showed you where it's at, check it out. Highly edifying, on fire, spot on everything I heard so far. But let's get to these scriptures, man. I don't want to make it too long. As you see, I got a couple on deck. I kind of wanted to go into that was on my spirit the other day. I was going to do a lesson on as in the days of Noah, because we know that's what times we're living in now. They were eating, given in marriage, marry, till what Noah entered into the ark and the flood came. I was gonna do a lesson on that, but the spirit kind of telling me to go somewhere else. And also I was gonna speak on because that kind of it's funny because that kind of ties into what the comment was left on the brother's video. A lot is on his mind. Why? Because a lot of things are happening. Prophecies are popping off left and right. A lot of things are happening and you can get overwhelmed. That's why one of the things I always harp on is balance. Balance, man. A false balance is an abomination unto the Lord. Yeah, we got to do videos. We got to do our thing. But, hey, man, make sure everything you do is in sincerity and truth and your heart's in it. Don't just be doing shit just to do it. Throwing up videos just to throw videos up. They don't count, man. Everything you do got to be done in sincerity and truth. Okay? Which, that's kind of tying into this video also. Which I have on deck also. Be not over righteous much, man. Why should thou destroy thyself? There's levels of things. Everybody has their different lot, their various lots. Okay? Everybody have their different gifts, their different talents. We're all running in this race, but you got to run this race at your own pace, man. Everybody's different. At the end of the day, the most important thing is that you cross that finish line. You endure to the end. But you got to run this race at your own pace. Because if you try to run it at the next man's pace, you might burn yourself out. Okay? So, I kind of wanted to go into this also. The wars and the rumors of wars. A lot of things are happening. A lot of shit is happening. But the main point is Matthew 24:6 or Mark 13:7 says the same thing. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. That's what we've been hearing. Each year it's intensifying, right? We're at the brink of the Third World War. We're at the brink of civil war. We're right at the door of Jacob's trouble. But what did the Lord say? Yahushua HaMashiach. See that ye be not troubled. All right? For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Okay? So you gotta steady your mind. No man knoweth the exact hour, man, but Yahweh himself. Okay? So you gotta be in it for the long haul. Pace yourself. Just keep your eyes single, one day at a time. One day, focus on the task at hand, one day at a time. Don't be looking too far ahead. Getting too, you can get too excited, man. Work yourself up, and then now you're all disappointed. This thing is about balance and pacing yourself. The scriptures liken this thing unto a race. It's not a sprint, man. It's a marathon, a thing of endurance. So anyway, let's get this. Ecclesiastes. Hopefully, Adawan Ratazadis is coming together and it's making sense, man. Just going through the spirit. I had to speak. I speak on the brothers that surround me. I speak on this all the time. I harp on it all the time. But I said, let me put it on wax. Because I know brothers be going through it, man. We all going through it. And you women, you few sisters. It's not an easy thing, man. That's why we're going to get the greatest reward. The kingdom. Adawan Watazal, we keep enduring to the end. So this is Ecclesiasticus 2:1. A basic foundational milk scripture. The main point is in 2. I start at 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, Adawan, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. And make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. And that pretty much breaks itself down. We break it down all the time, but I'm just reading these. I'm not the comforter. These scriptures are the comforter, which is really Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. He comes in the volume of the book, and I can't say it better than Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai himself. These are the things that you meditate on when you catching hell, when you're going through it. 2 Corinthians 2 and 2 Corinthians 13 and 5. Let me see. Yeah, I start at 5. Examine yourselves. That's what we do daily. You should be doing. Examining yourself, man. Reflecting on the days past. Reflecting, how you've been conducting yourself. You want to make sure you've been giving it your all. You ain't been, you've been putting the best foot forward. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. That's what this thing is really about, man. Not comparing yourself to the next man. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You know what you're capable of. You know what the hell you're doing. You know if you bullshitting, you lollygagging, you being lukewarm, you half-assing, or you know if you're giving it your all. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates? And that's what we don't want to be. We don't want to be found reprobate. When the fire truly comes upon us, we don't want to be found reprobate silver. We want to be found to be gold. Okay? But I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobates. Adawan Ratazah. We keep enduring to the end. Now I pray to Yahweh that ye do no evil, not that we should be, it says, not that we should appear approved, but that ye should do that which is honest. Everything you do should be in sincerity and truth. No ulterior motives. Not for likes, for views, for praise, fear of men. You doing things out of the sincerity of your heart, man. It's our reasonable service, man. So it says, but that ye should do that which is honest, though we be as reprobates. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Because at the end of the day, all things work for good to them that love Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Ecclesiastes 9 and 11. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not for the swift, nor the battle for the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all. Because at the end of the day, everybody has their own lot. This thing is predestined. Okay? Not of him that willeth. How the hell does it go? Salaki, I'm slipping my mind. I gotta get it. Salakia. This is Romans 9 and 16. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor him that runneth, but of Yahweh that showeth mercy. You can't will yourself, into this thing, into the kingdom. It's predestined. Okay? It's predestined. But does not mean you still got to give it your all, man. You got to do the best that you can with what you have. Again, this thing is a race. We're all running in this race to the kingdom. A lot of people gonna fall out of this race. What's that? That's I think Paul said that too. Know you not that all run in a race, but only one obtaineth the prize. So run that ye may obtain. And when you read that scripture with understanding, it's telling you it's not about finishing first. Because the scripture tell you that the first shall be last and the last shall be first. We're all going to get that reward, that penny. Yahushua gave you the parable of the penny. You had some men that started at the first hour, and you had some men that came in at the last hour. And the ones that were laboring before in the beginning, they were complaining. And what did Yahushua said? Did you not agree for the same penny? Is it unrighteous for me to do what I want with my, Yahushua could do whatever the hell he wants to do, So when you read them scriptures with understanding, the thing is about finishing the race. He that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. So it says, that's what it means, that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong. Matter of fact, it's not about as much, it's good to do videos, but it's not all about videos, man. The scriptures say not of works that they should boast. It ain't you that's doing them videos. It's ultimately Yahweh Shai. And you could do 1,000,000 videos, but do they count? Are they in sincerity and truth? Are they edifying, exhorting, and comforting? You gotta do it. Everything gotta be done in the right spirit, man. So it says, nor the battle to the strong. Yeah, it ain't about how deep you are and all this type of shit, man. That don't really count. It's good, but you know what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense. Not negating them type of things, but it's not all about that, man. Neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to all men. Matter of fact, I think it's a little bit more. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare. So are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. Because nobody knows when your number's going to be pulled. We don't know our latter end. All we could do is give diligence to make our calling and election sure. Again, do the best you can with what you have. Maximize your potential. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, there have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. We all go through it, man. We all fighting, But Yahweh is faithful. That's the good news. We're not serving a wicked power. We're serving a righteous, just power. And at the end of the day, if you're doing everything in sincerity and truth, like I said, I quoted it earlier, it's Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's goodwill to give you the kingdom. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you're able. He's not going to put more on your plate than you can eat. But will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. Whatever you're going through, you're going to be able to bear that cross. You got the tools. Prayer, fasting, you got brothers doing, to comforting one another, your faith plus your works, you got all the tools to get you to cross that finish line, 1 Peter 4, just trying to run through them. It's kind of going a little longer than I wanted, Again, I don't want about desire. It's coming together and it's making sense. 1 Peter 4 and 12, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, to test you, to prove you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. Okay? I think that's it. The whole chapter is good, but that's the main point. Don't get into that woe is me spirit, man. Oh wow, like you got it harder than the next man. Did I read that already? No temptation is taken thee that is not common to man. Did I read that? Oh yeah, I read that. I just read that. Salakia, So this is Luke 14 and I start at 27. Main point is in 28. And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Because that's the main point. You got to endure to the end. You got to cross that finish line. Whatever is brought upon you, however heavy your cross is, you got to bear it. Lest happily after he have laid the foundation, is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. So that's the point. You gotta finish. You gotta endure to the end. You know? But again, this thing is about balance. We all go through, you gotta fight. It's a fight. But again, balance. Ecclesiastes 7:16, be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. You know? Trying to get too deep, trying to do too much, man. You know? Why shouldest thou destroy thyself? Okay? Because this thing is about balance. You know? Be not overmuch wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before thy time? It is good that thou shouldest take hold of this, yea, also from this withdraw not thy hand, for he that feareth Yahweh shall come forth of them all. That's the point. But yeah, the point is, be not over righteous much, man. This thing is about balance. Balance. You know? Pace yourself. You know? But, don't be half-assing. You know? Don't be half-assing. You know? Hebrews started at 10. Hebrews 6:10. For Yahweh is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love which we are Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's husbandry. You know? Husbandry goes into what? Farming. Working in that field. What's the field? The world is the field. And we're sowing what? These good seeds. This truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. To what? The elect. Out there fishing for the elect. But it's really, all we could do is our part. At the end of the day, as it is written, Yahweh gives the increase. One man planteth, but Yahweh gives the increase. So it says, for Yahweh is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakah Kodash, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. You gotta, and it says, and do. You gotta continue in the things you were taught. This is the main point here. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. All right. So you got, but like I said, there's various levels. Everybody got their portion, their lot. Some men are super fire, could do videos every day, 10, 20 videos a day. Some men might be only able to do 3. 3 a week or whatever, 4 a week, for whatever. But the point of the matter is, into showing the same diligence, the same effort should be put into whether you're doing 10 or 3 or whatever, 1, whatever. The same effort, the same care, the same love, strength should be put into all your videos. Don't just be doing shit just to do things. You got to be in the right spirit. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end, that ye be not slothful. Okay? You don't want to be lukewarm, sluggard. Lackadaisical. The brother you call, what did he say? You seeds is passion ass niggas. No, you gotta, you want to get 100, 110 on the test. You don't want to just be skating by. But everybody ain't gonna everybody can't get an A, or there's levels of things. It says, and that we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end, because we're prisoners of hope. We're prisoners of Yahweh HaMashiach. That ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises. Okay? And that starts with who? Yahweh HaMashiach. He's the first one that actually, he's the Yahweh's only begotten son. He's the mediator, the author and finisher of our faith, the chief cornerstone. But you also got, that's why we always give double honors to our apostles and elders and all the bishops, the teachers, all the men that came before us, because we've entered into other men's labor. And again, like we mentioned a race, it's really like it's a marathon, but it's a what they call it, when with the baton, everybody's passing the baton. You have men that ran before you, and then you got to pass the baton to the next man, and he's got to run and pass the baton to the next man. But once you pass the baton, that don't mean the race is over. You got to keep running. A relay, is it a relay race? I forget what the hell they call them. We've entered into other men's labor, and we see the, and they've set a hell of a the bar is set high, man. So we got to show the same diligence. Just like they're on fire, we got to be on fire to the best of our ability. But at the end of the day, don't be over righteous. Don't be doing too much. Pace yourself. Examine your own self. You know your own self. You know what you're capable of. If that's making sense. Close out here. Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. Yeah, once you die, once you're in the grave, that's it. You're in the spirit world. The race is over. So now is the time to confess Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Now is the time to push, fight for that crown. So Adawan Ratazah, this made sense and it came together. I had a feeling it was going to be a little long. It was going to be all over the place. But Adawan Ratazah, it made sense, And, I just know how it is. I know we all going through it, man. We all going through it. Especially the closer we get to the end. Hey, man, Satan going to really come at you, man. And again, the greatest fight is in your mind. Especially if you call yourself, well, we all, look at one another and kind of gauge ourselves, but at the end you got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You gotta work out you gotta do this thing for yourself, man. You gotta figure out your own pace. And but the point is, whatever you're doing, do it to the best of your ability. Give it your all. So Adawan Ratazadis made sense and it came together. Hey, man, keep pushing, keep fighting. We're close. Shalom. Wa abad babal. Kwam Nisharallah.